Alright, hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Impact or Hit. I'm Joey Styles with Jonathan Coachman and with Aiden English. And today on Impact or Hit, the first thing is we're going to talk about what happened yesterday on Dynamite or Mike. Drew McIntyre ended up losing to Millipede, I guess, and Velasquez. If we're saying that right or not, Michael Cole, I'm saying that right or not, Joey Styles says. Well, I guess it's a Millipede, I guess, is the nearest thing you get, Jonathan Coachman, to saying a Hellenish borrowed name. But anyway, yeah, Drew McIntyre did fight two of them, and he ended up losing. And do you think we'll see the last of that? Jonathan Coachman says, well, I would tell you one thing right now, Joey and Jonathan. I do not think we'll see the last of Drew McIntyre. He's going to have a match with Asuka soon for the TWF heavyweight winnings, either at SummerSlam or Heatwave. So I don't think we've seen the last of him, for some time. Well, Joey Styles said he seems to be making foes. First he was warring with Ric Flair, then he was warring with Strong Amani Clifter and God Jorah. Now he's warring with strong women now. You think that he would have learned his class by now or a lesson? I don't think so. Jonathan Coachman says you would hope that he would learn something, learn a class or something, but I don't think he's learned anything. Alright, so the TWF heavyweight fighter. And Asuka says, I've been fought some mini foes. Well, I won't call them foes. I fought Arrow, Taylor, Becky Lynch, and Bobby Lashley. And now it seems that Drew McIntyre is going to be next on that list for, me to fight. Well, the way that I look at it is that this is a man who knows nothing about onlook or class. This is a man who thinks that the TWF heavyweight winnings, should be owed to him. But hey, I'm not going to say that I'm flawless. And yes, I have made some mistakes myself. But I might not be guilty of the same mistakes, that thanks so much. Not being, guilty of the same mistake that he made. You want to know one of the mistakes, Asuka, that you have made? Is you have never gave a shot to Enzo Amore. That's right, folks. The former two-time WWE light heavyweight fighter and former TWF light heavyweight fighter when that was a thing. Oh, is that why, Enzo Amore? Well, I didn't call your name on the list of folks, and I don't choose who I wrestle or who I fight, but I am kind of aware of what you did in your time in WWE. You were on NXT with, with Colin Cassidy, also called Big Cass, and you were on NXT. And then you went to SmackDown and things didn't quite go well. Then you were on Raw, and I guess that's kind, and then you and him broke up. Then you were on Raw, and what? But it wasn't until you went to 205 Live and won the WWE Live Heavyweight winnings when it was on, first it was on Raw before it shifted to 205 Live until they sent it to NXT for the rest of its time. Yeah, that is all true, Oscar. But I will be the one that will beat you for the TWF heavyweight winnings. And then it will be me fighting Drew McIntyre. Is that so? Then how about we have a match since you believe so much that you can beat me? You know. Well, that looks like that is going to be a great match. We can have okay, if you can stand up or not. Stand up. Stand up. Alright. We can have Asuka fight Enzo Amore for the TWF heavyweight winnings here today on Impact or Hit. And I think that's a good match, so we can do it now, Ric Flair says. Well, now Enzo Amore gets his shot for the TWF heavyweight winnings too. And he hopes to be, he hopes to be the one to beat Asuka and then her 2-week run as TWF heavyweight fighter, Joey Styles says. This match is for the TWF heavyweight winnings. First, he is Enzo Amore, and she is the TWF heavyweight fighter, the Kaiserin of tomorrow, Asuka. Standing. Well, I can tell you one thing, Jonathan Coachman said Enzo Amore needs to watch out for that mist that Asuka likes to put in folks' eyes. And yeah, or needs to watch out for the Kaiserin strike, one of Asuka's new holds. Joey Styles said that she's done since she came back to WWE from her wounding. And down goes Enzo Amore, the former 2-time WWE light heavyweight fighter. Well, I can tell you one thing, Aiden English says. Asuka might be really good at the strong way of skilled wrestling that is done in the Kaiserreich, Folkreich of Dawnland. But I can tell you Enzo Amore is going to come back from it. Oh! And he does. Aiden English says. Well, I can tell you, Joey Styles said it'll take more than what Enzo Amore is doing, a might slam, to beat Asuka to become the TWF heavyweight fighter. Well, Enzo Amore now getting on the top steeple now, on the top rope. I don't know what he's going to do. And Asuka just ammed up, got him now in the Asuka lock. Joey Styles said, I don't know what he was thinking, Jonathan Coachman said, but Asuka ammed up getting him, and now he's in the Asuka lock. And English says he's got a luck to become, he can't yield in this. If he does, he will not become the TWF. He will not become the TWF heavyweight fighter. And that's it. It's over. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. And still the TWF heavyweight fighter, Asuka. Well, Enzo Amore did not become a TWF heavyweight fighter. Asuka ended up beating him and keeping, the TWF heavyweight winnings for another day, Joey Styles says. But there was one time in the match, Jonathan Coachman says, where yes, that did happen. Where yes, Enzo Amore could have won the match. But he made that mistake, Aiden English says, when he went to the top steep off the top rope. That's a mistake. That was the oversight that made him lose the match or the fight. But anyway, I thought he would have had Asuka beat, though. I think he would have made a good TWF heavyweight fighter. We'll never know. Well, I guess we'll never know, Aiden, if that would have happened or not. All right, take it away, Renee Young. Well, thank you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. I'm going to be talking with Asuka here today on Impact or Hit. All right, Asuka, you have been in the TWF since the end of the 12th month of 26 between while, and you have done a lot of things. Did you think that you would be a two-time TWF heavyweight fighter? To be honest with you, Renee, I didn't think I would be a two-time TWF heavyweight fighter. And I didn't think I would be fighting so many folks. Arrow, Taylor, Bobby Lashley, Enzo Amore, Becky Lynch so far. I didn't think I would be fighting, all those folks. But somehow, some way, I ended up fighting all of them. Well, it is true you'll be fighting Drew McIntyre next month for the TWF heavyweight winnings. Are you somehow worried about that? No, I am not so worried about Drew McIntyre. He can bitch and rant about how he should be a TWF heavyweight fighter and that everyone should onlook him. But he hasn't really done nothing in a long time to get that said onlook. But I will fight him at SummerSlam, and after SummerSlam, I will beat him. I will still be the TWF heavyweight fighter, and I will say, like I've always said, no one is ready for Asuka. Well, that's my talk with Asuka, the Kaiserin of tomorrow, the TWF heavyweight fighter. Back to you, Joey Styles and Jonathan Coachman. Well, thank you, Renee Young, for talking with Asuka here today on Impact or Hit. And that's all the time we got here for Impact or Hit. I, Joey Styles, with Jonathan Coachman, with Aiden English. We hope you like Impact or Hit, and we'll see you tomorrow for Friday Night SmackDown.